Hi people, what's up? How we did? How you? How you? Doing? How y'all doing? It's good to have you again on the live show. This is the Alpha M Studios, and I am prolific. And it's been a while, yeah. It's been a while. It's been a very, very, very long while. I miss you guys for real. I miss you guys. Nigeria has been happening. Nigeria has been happening, and I'm going to find a way to tie tonight's topic with Nigeria. I don't know how. I don't know how I'm going to have to tie it, but then I'll find a way to tie it somehow. All right. But it's good to have us tonight. How we doing? I hope we had a great day. I hope we had a great day. All right. So we've not been live for a while. Nigeria has been happening. Yes, we run on solar. We don't run on NEPA. That's why we have lights. But then we've had a whole lot going on. We've had a whole lot going on. So, you know, even the solar self, Nigeria happens. All right, Nigeria happens. But we're here to serve you. We're here to make sure that you get quality, that you get value. All right. So it's going to be a quick one tonight. Very, very quick one tonight. We're looking at how to know when he or she is not interested in you. By the way, we just had the Kaduna Buy and Sell. Kaduna Buy and Sell, which was convened by IBI, right? IBI and R4M Love Lounge was fully represented. Fully, I mean, like fully represented back to back. We were on the green carpet and we interviewed so many people. We had influencers come around and we interviewed so many people, and everyone is gearing up for the Love Lounge. All right, so we're going to be rolling out the venue for the Love Lounge, but the date is the 30th of November. All right, the 30th of November. That's the date for the Love Lounge, 30th of November. So make sure you create time, all right? Create time, make time out to be a part of the Love Lounge. So tonight we're looking at even the solar self. We're looking at how do you tell when he or she is not interested in you? Please do well to share this live video, okay? Do well to share this live video so that we can have a whole lot of other people get to watch and get value tonight. Like I said, it's going to be a very, very, very quick one. A very, very quick one. So the first thing that so I'm not going to give you a list. I'm not going to start with a list. I'm just going to give you a summary. All right, I'll give you a summary and then I'll come to a list. So the first way you will know that he or she is not interested anymore in you is that everything he or she had been doing will be undone. Or rather, not undone, but it will begin to either reduce. For some people, I mean, it will just abruptly stop, right? And tonight is not that nice where we talk about reasons why people become uninterested. I think I've treated that in one of our live shows where we talked about the reason why people become uninterested. There's several reasons. Sometimes you could have a player, right? You could have someone who's a player who just want to have situationships and not relationships, who just wants to slip around. So there's that, right? That does exist. There's also a situation where you have a guy who and this is proven, yeah. So most men would rather internalize pain. Most men would rather um, deal with their stuff alone. They're with someone, they have a partner, but then they wouldn't just open up. Not because they don't think the partner is capable or has capacity, but they just want to deal with it as a man, because there's just this thing, especially in Africa, of the man being a hero, right? So yeah, that does happen. So tonight we're not talking about the reasons why people do not open up, right? Tonight we're looking at sorry, one sec. Tonight we're looking at we're looking at how to tell when he or she is not interested. And I know the first thing that you would think of, which is true, the first thing you think of is communication. When the communication begins to dwindle, yes, you know that he or she is no longer interested. Um, and I put it this way: when communication becomes monosyllabic, right? When it becomes monosyllabic, I mean, this is the same person you used to want to gist your day about. In fact, you don't sometimes even wait till the end of the day, right? You just want to quickly, gist and gist and gist. Ah, babe, gashi, 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 But suddenly, you just didn't have it, right? So yeah, I know most of us know about communication beginning to dwindle. So I'm just going to move on from communication and go to lack of affection. Now, lack of affection isn't just in touch. I remember one of the live shows I talked about affection, and I talked about how um, a woman has a way she wants to be touched, right? And we've talked over and again about how attention breeds affection, right? So, but beyond just touch, there's also something about being affectionate with your words. There's something about being affectionate with your words. So, in a situation where there isn't affection anymore, what happens is that you find a partner who becomes rude. Okay, you find a partner who becomes rude. It might not be necessarily rude, like insultive, but then the partner is just not affectionate. The partner just doesn't care anymore, right? Partner doesn't just care. So this is one other sign of you being able to know that this person is no longer interested. This person is no longer interested in me. Or the person would, or let's say maybe you guys have a ritual of having to call late before you sleep, and the person tells you sweet nothings. And well, that happens usually at the beginning of relationships, right? At the beginning of relationships, you want to talk all the time. You want to talk for every back to back, every second, every minute, every hour. But affection, people can love you mechanically. I can say that confidently because I have loved people. I'm always shooting myself in the leg. I have loved people mechanically, right? I have loved people thinking, oh, I'm supposed to take her home. Okay, take her home. Bye. See you. Have a nice life. I'm supposed to buy her meal, lunch. Okay, fine. Send the dispatch rider. You know, and you just love mechanically. For the married people, okay, we're supposed to have sex, and then you just have a timetable. Okay, we'll do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? There's no affection, there's no spontaneity. So affection is one of those ways that I begin to know that someone is really not into me, or someone is beginning to lose interest in me, right? And then the next one is excuses. Excuses. When you begin to have more excuses, uh, uh, there's every tendency that this person is beginning to lose interest. Now, the excuses even varies. There are people that wouldn't even bother to make excuses. There are people that would be cautious enough to even make excuses and say, "Oh, I think I had a flat tire. Oh, my cat gave birth. Oh, my dog died, and so I had to do the burial. And the candlelight service for my dog took a long while. That's why I couldn't drive to come see you at 7 p.m. as I usually do." So many flimsy excuses, right? So excuses is the mother, is a major pointer of the fact that almost this person is losing interest, right? Then let me go to another a very interesting one. You'll love this one. The opposite sex. The opposite sex is another reason why your partner can lose interest in you. Many times we talk about things like this, and we say, oh, maybe the person, lack of affection, lack of communication. But there is something that is responsible for lack of communication. If my woman begins to talk to another man and finds that man a lot more attractive and admires him more, and they have a lot more in common that they do, right? it's going to be a natural communication is going to be a natural death between myself and her. All right. If you're a lady and you're wondering why your man isn't talking so much, if it is not a personal thing he's trying to deal with so he can focus on you, then definitely he is with another woman. That is what it is, right? So we have this man from the Equatorial Guinea, which is trending right now, which is trending right now, that slept with so many women, president's daughters, about was it like 200 ministers' wives, and with videos, and he's a big boy, I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name of their whatever it is. But if you translate it to Nigeria, he's like the head of the EFCC of Nigeria, in Equatorial Guinea. And I love something someone said, and it really got me thinking. He said, and it made a lot of sense. And it was Untamed. Yeah, Untamed. Great guy, great guy. I love how he thinks. Untamed said, "Do you not realize that these women slept with this man not because they were broke, not because they were looking for money, not because it was just simply adventure for them." All right, it was simply adventure. So when you have a partner who is not able to tame their adventurous spirit, then it means you invariably have a partner who is most likely going to be sleeping around, and in sleeping around there's absolutely no way that partner is going to give you the attention that you need or be able to keep the communication. So yes, the opposite sex is one of the major reasons why your partner can begin to lose interest in you. Yes, the opposite sex is a major reason. Then let me move to another reason. Another reason is you. You are your own problem. You can be your own problem, not even the opposite sex. Sometimes, I think some people can agree with me. I think even Paul can agree with me. As a man, have you had a woman who loves you genuinely? She's loyal to you. She's morally upright. She brings you gifts. She's there for you. She's so respectful. She loves your family. She adores your friends. She takes care of you. She's there. Her number is on speed dial. She's just there for you. But you are still looking for. You now see another fine girl. That fine girl that you are now pursuing and you are leaving your babe is now using you like mopping stick. You are still following her. She will talk to you anyhow in public. She will raise her voice at you. You will still follow her. But you have a babe that is so loyal. She wants to just please you. So many times, one of the reasons why your partner is losing interest in you is not because there's an external factor. Sometimes your partner is the problem. That's why I said you can be your problem. You can be your problem. Sometimes, and this is why this is where maturity comes in. Maturity isn't just about the age, right? It's in Africa. I've not seen it in North America, but I live in Africa, so I can talk about Africa. So it's in Africa. I hear people say, "I have come of age to get married." So people think maturity is about coming of age. Like there's some kind of what's the word now? A benchmark where once I get to maybe 28 or once I get to 30, I should get married. In fact, everybody should begin to ask, why are you not married? But you see, maturity is a lot more bigger than that. Maturity, one of the things about maturity is that I have to zero in, is that I have to focus. All right, it's that I have to focus. One of the things about maturity is that this might not be working out right now, but I might have to stick with it for some time to give it my best, and when it doesn't work, then I can let it go. So we have so many people go into relationships and they aren't matured enough, right, to be with one person. So you keep having communication gaps, you keep having lack of affection, which are the things I have listed, which are external factors, or rather, which are byproducts of an internal warfare, of an internal struggle. So, yes, that's one of the ways that you will know that a person isn't interested or not is losing interest. Let me put it that way: is losing interest in you. That you are your own demon sometimes. You could be your own demon sometimes, right? Another way you could know is the person is just indifferent. This one they pay in pass. See, but it better make your partner tell you, I know they do. Baba, find your level. Do you get? Than to just be complacent about everything. Let's say things you guys used to do or where you used to go before. Just be indifferent. You say, oh, for instance, you visit your partner. Oh, okay, babe, I'm about to go. Say, okay. Babe, won't you see me off? I'm tired. Right? I used to have someone who, will go for a meeting, and after that particular meeting, we'll now go to church together, and then suddenly, they say three is a crowd. So suddenly, I started having a friend begin to escort us. From escort, the friend started following us to church, and from there, I want to see her off after church. The guy wants to escort. Before you know, I'm trying to find a way to say, Baba, how far now? I want to spend time with my woman. Before I would even plan to have that conversation with him, babe, don't they follow back? Oh, babe, I know they see brake light again. Before you know, I'll call. How far? Where are you now? Say, I'm already in church. She'll be whispering, I'm in church, please. And I'm like, when did you get to church? Which door you follow? Do you get? Sometimes we become our own problems, and we become indifferent to our partner. We become cold. That's the word. You become cold, right? You become cold. And at a point where a person becomes cold and you try to engage the person in a conversation and the person is not forthcoming, free the person. Free the person. I don't know if it's a thing with millennials. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But I know a lot of millennials like myself wouldn't bother. Like, I try for once, try twice, I go just free the person. Not because you don't love the person, but you just feel, I don't have this time. I don't have this energy to keep pursuing someone. It should be natural. It should be, what's that word I'm looking for? It should be natural. I can't remember the word. It should be natural. So you should also be able to know when you see these few signs, to know, okay, should I push a little more or should I back out? And I think that's another topic we should look at, when to back out and when to stick through, right? Because some people back out when they should stick through a relationship. Other people actually stick through what actually kills them in the long run. And by killing them, I'm talking about abuse, right? Some people go through abuse in the name of I don't know what the what's it called now? I don't know what people will say. You're scared of what people will say, and it doesn't just make sense, right? So we'll begin to round off. I told you it's going to be a very quick one. We're beginning to round off. All right, so I've talked about lack of communication. I've talked about lack of affection, right? I've talked about being indifferent, being cold. I've talked about the opposite sex can also be a reason why your partner is beginning to lose interest in you. And then let me add this also. Sometimes you who is noticing your partner is losing interest in you, sometimes now you wait they notice, now you be the problem. So at talking stage, you're talking with this guy. If you're a lady, you're talking with this guy, and this guy has told you he likes his lady a particular way, right? So he saw you, probably you were a skirt kind of lady, yeah? Then you guys begin to date because now he's finally your boyfriend. He's gotten you and you decide you will be wearing only boo 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 boo. He takes you to a lounge in the evening and you are wearing boo boo. He takes you to where again? You are wearing boo boo. Do you get? And he's told you that he loves his lady with a top and a skirt. But you have now decided that I've gotten him, so I can do as I like. Sometimes we are our own problems. And like I'm speaking to the ladies, I'm also speaking to the guys. Sometimes the guys also could be the problem. Sometimes it is the fact that you don't call as a guy like you used to. Sometimes it is that you knew from the beginning of that relationship that your woman's love language was gifts, right? And you did it just to win her over. Now you have her and you no longer give her the gift. So sometimes you are the reason why your partner is acting the way he or she's acting. Am I giving you a valid reason for your partner to mess up? Totally no. Absolutely no. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that you must look at it holistically. Yes, it's just like cheating. When it comes to cheating, in the long run, the person who cheats in a relationship decided to cheat. Yeah. But yes, we know that there could be emotional starvation, there could be whatever starvation in the relationship that now ultimately makes the person go ahead to cheat. But it doesn't change the fact that it was a personal decision. So you in your relationship, before you point that finger to say, my partner is losing interest in me. I don't know why. What was wrong with him? I don't know what's wrong with her. You might also need to look inwards. You might also need to look introspectively. Many times I know that people who look introspectively actually don't come back happy because you find a lot of flaws in yourself. But that's fine. When you find those flaws in yourself, it is actually not meant to depress you, but it is meant to make you press further. It is meant to make you become a better version of yourself. It's meant to make you do the things that you used to do for your partner, right? Some people don't believe, some people, I don't even know where we get it from. Some people believe that you should give your best before you get your partner. And after you get your partner, you should just lean back. After all, she's my partner. After all, he's my partner. But it doesn't work that way. Relationships has to be serviced like you service a car. Relationships has to be serviced. Relationships has to be serviced, which is the reason why there is nothing fun about having so many friends. Because having so many friends is you invariably saying, I have to be servicing so many people. All right, servicing friendship from sending text messages to making calls to attending birthday parties, attending wedding anniversary, to attending child's dedication. You relationship is investment, right? Relationship is investment. So you have to weigh your options. You have to cut down, right? You have to cut down. I'll have to stop here for tonight. Whew. I don't know if we've learned anything. I'm on YouTube. I don't have a comment on YouTube. Okay. Let's check Facebook. Okay, no comments on Facebook. All right, but I hope this has been helpful. So maybe next week we'll look at when to sign out. All right, we might have to look at when to sign out. We might have to look at when to hold on or when to sign out, because that's also important. Some of you go into relationships and you lose your self-respect because you didn't know when to walk away from that relationship. Interest is everything. Interest also could be fondness. Interest breeds fondness. Fondness is likeness, and likeness leads to love. All right, let me say it again. Interest breeds fondness. Fondness is likeness. Likeness leads to love. So when you like a person, there is something you're liking about that person. And when you love a person, it is an informed decision. It's not just a feeling. But it starts from interest. If you're not even interested in how the shape of the guy's head is, then we'll not even be talking about fondness. All right, we cannot be talking about a romantic relationship. So this is all we can take for tonight. Sorry. Tomorrow we're going to be back here 7 p.m. and we're going to have a great time. Hopefully we're going to have a great time, and we're going to have you online also get to join us. All right. So on behalf of the management and staff of Alpha M Studios, I am Prolific, and I'm saying thank you for joining us and have a pleasant good night's rest.